Alright, part 2, in which I have no idea what to do. I don't think there's been anything in this.
It's you, Sir Grant. There are craggy rocks scattered around the forest. You hate to think of what's underneath them.
I do?
You are in a gloomy forest clearing. There is a small dwarf right nearby. Be careful, this sly little chap is trouble. You place the shimmering ring upon your finger. As you rub it, you turn invisible. The dwarf, startled by your sudden disappearance, runs away. You remove the ring of invisibility from your finger.
Okay.
There is a moldering old stump here, rotting to pieces. The trees here are stunted and twisted. They give you the heebie-jeebies. There are numerous small rocks and boulders in this part of the forest.
Okay.
You place the shimmering ring upon your finger. As you rub it, you turn invisible. Even your invisibility didn't hide you from the wolf's keen sense of smell. How many times have you been told not to wolf down your food?
Oh gosh, all the way back here. Okay, just be quick.
You take the... Nothing You grab them off in the distance.
I can smell someone tasty in my house.
Let's go down.
With a screech and a cackle, a witch swoops down from the skies above. Look out! She dips and turns and tries to catch you. This is not a good place to throw the dagger. You take... You grab... Off of the...
I can smell someone tasty in my house.
After you are in the old bucket, your weight causes it to slowly descend.
What am I supposed to do here?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
It's a good place to play violin.
Nothing happens. You can't do that at the moment.
Ooh, I can... Oh, that's awesome. I could walk on water when I have a violin. That makes sense. Okay.
You leap out of the water. You shouldn't drop that, Sir Graham. Perhaps you'll need it to complete your quest.
Okay. Hmm.
Without warning, a wolf darts out of the bushes and runs straight for you. Look out! Nothing happened. You can't do that at the moment. You...
Really? Can't just pull out the violin while sitting here.
The water of this crystal clear lake is especially cold and crisp. The leprechauns use it to brew their dandelion wine. The water of the large, lush, colorful bushes. This is a pretty little alpine lake. There's a cool breeze here, and the lake shimmers softly in the quiet mountain air. Gnarled, ancient trees loom in this dark part of the forest. In this part of the forest, the trees are twisted and misshapen, lending an eerie feeling to the place. You admire the beauty of the four-leaf clover.
I wonder. Let's see, where am I? I want to get up here.
The water flows swiftly between steep banks. It would not be polite to steal the gnome's pile of gold. You do not need a spinning wheel.
Says you. Pretty sure I can't get past this tree. But I'd like to.
There is nothing up there you'll need.
Dagger's perfect for cutting.
This is not a good place. That didn't... Nothing happens. The guards are well provided for by King Edward. They are not interested in any of your belongings. But they help to guard the castle. You should let these creatures do their job in peace. These beautiful urns adorn the front of the castle. The castle walls are carpeted with a thick tangle of vines. careful. There's a sorcerer lurking nearby, just waiting to try out his newest incantation. You place the Unfortunately, there's nothing in Daventry more dangerous than an angry sorcerer. Best to avoid this evil magician than do anything that could cause him to retaliate. Unfortunately, the sorcerer is immune to the magic ring's invisibility spell. The powerful spell has counteracted your own magic and removed your invisibility. The sorcerer casts his paralysis spell, freezing you to the spot. Satisfied with his deviltry, he departs, leaving you at the mercy of the forest creatures. Let's hope there are no dangerous creatures skulking about nearby. The paralysis spell has worn off. You're free to move about again, but beware of the sorcerer's return.
I didn't see that coming. Well,
the raging current pulls you under, never to be found.
Okay.
That didn't achieve. That. You play a lively toe-tapping tune on the fiddle. Obviously, there are no music lovers here. You put the fiddle away. The river is... This is a raging river, filled with massive boulders and treacherous whitewater rapids.
So I need a rubber raft.
The current of this wildly raging river is even more treacherous than it looks.
Yes, but what is this?
You weren't invited. You were... That's strange. That's... It is a massive boulder that splits the river. These rocks all look the same. This is a These
Alright.
The rock is far too heavy to move. That's strange. You don't remember this rock being here in the EGA version. These rocks must lead to some sort of underground spring. You remind yourself to explore their nooks and crannies sometime when you don't have so much work to do. A small spring bubbles up from the rocks here and splashes into the lake. This is a beautiful little lake. You are standing in a clearing. The view of the forest is most pleasant here.
Is this the castle? Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems like everything that might attack us we can't kill for some reason. I for sure thought the dagger would take out the giant. But
There's a bit of undergrowth scattered around the base of the tree. There's nothing special about this bush. There's not. You play a lively Obviously, there are nothing. Yuck! The cheese is moldy. You don't want to eat it. There is a message. This is an extremely fragrant. Cautiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any. This is the woodcutter's old fiddle. You are holding a large four-leaf. It's impossible for you to move a boulder this large.
my kingdom for a stick of dynamite. Hadn't realized there was a game speed option.
The surrounding boulders and trees are reflected on the small mirror-like lake. Nothing. There's not much. Lovely fruit trees have blossomed early this year.
So I'll climb back up here and try and figure something out.
What a beautiful sight. The clouds stretch. Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your...
Okay.
Next time, keep your feet...
Nope, come on.
Next time, keep your feet on the ground. You are in the land of the cloud. The colossal, weirdly shaped trees loom far over. The land trails off into the thick clouds here. Though they look almost solid, you'd best be careful where you walk. There is a small dark hole in the base of this tree. You see a slingshot in the hole. You reach into the hole and pull out the leather slingshot. This is one egg that definitely won't be so easy to crack. Nothing. 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 You place the ship.
Right. Gets used up somehow.
You plate the giant. You can't aim something you can't see. You can't.
Really?
The giant is getting tired of looking for you. Seems like he may be getting ready to take a nap.
Okay.
Good job! The huge giant, tuckered out from stomping around, has fallen fast asleep. You remove... Slowly, carefully, you take the chest without waking the giant. Now that he's asleep, he's completely harmless. There's no reason to hurt him.
You wanted to kill me.
This magic chest, one of the 3 lost treasures of Daventry, is always filled with gold coins.
Okay, where am I now? Let's see if it's a wishing well.
Nothing happens. You are dazzled by the countless supply of gold coins spilling from the magic chest. You quickly close the chest.
Okay. Let me screen this carefully. Let's see.
These stone-faced guards must have been trained not to converse with anybody. They ignore you, Sir Graham. The guards are well provided. Please try some. You reconsider the wisdom of returning to King Edward without having recovered Daventry's 3 lost treasures.
What if I died before getting the other 2? Wouldn't you want this one? Okay, where would the shield be? And the mirror. One of these was
This
like, it said super reflective mirror like.
you can just see the northern edge of a nearby lake. From here, you can see that the stump inside the decaying trees. You see a clear blue lake surrounded by a pretty meadow. You cannot do. The water is not deep enough here for you to dive. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
The surrounding boulders and trees are reflected on the small mirror-like lake. The water isn't the small plants. This peaceful little lake. Nothing happens. Nothing.
Ooh, maybe you can hit a bird. That seems like fun.
That would be a terribly cruel thing to do, Sir Graham.
No, I said it would be fun. This game really needs to listen more.
That didn't. You don't have any rocks for the slingshot.
Rocks, huh? See, I would have guessed that you'd do this.
Nothing. Be careful. There.
The snake. The snake would be the target for this.
You'll wind up with a useless dead snake and a guilty conscience. The snake is not interested in any of your possessions.
Hmm.
You see the back of the old tumble-down cottage, badly in need of repair. You see the back. This is a serene mountain lake with a small beach of pebbles on its edge. You grab some pebbles. Nothing. Nothing. This is not a good. Nothing happened.
Okay. Still really want that mushroom.
That didn't achieve anything. Nothing. 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 There's not much you can do with a handful of pebbles right here. You missed. Then again, you weren't aiming at anything worthwhile. That. You missed.
Okay, so there are the pebbles are counted. Now I have to remember where the pebbles were. Quite a ways down. Oh, oops. Oh, wrong lake. Quite a ways up.
There's not. You grab.
Okay. Running out of interactables. Maybe we can try and take out a fish and see.
This is not a good place to use the slingshot. That.
Okay.
You missed. What would a knight have to gain by murdering such a cute, inoffensive creature as a tiny squirrel?
I don't know. What does a knight gain from any of the things I've picked up?
These small these. There are craggy rocks scattered around the forest. Be careful. There's a. You are in a. Even in this slightly dismal part of the forest, the bushes grow well in the bright Daventry sun. Several unimpressive little trees have grown in the sandy soil of the forest. There is a moldering old. Suddenly you hear the heavy. This ogre is one time. You. You are in a clearing in the forest. You have the uneasy feeling that someone or something is watching you. The bush has done a fine. How many times have you been told not to? Without warning, a wolf darts out of the bush. By the time you got out your slingshot and pebbles and aimed them, the wolf would be upon you. That.
What good is a slingshot that doesn't hit anything? Um,
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
oh!
You are too. This chest is waterlogged and useless. You don't need it.
But I want something in it. I just drowned, right?
Well, well, well. What are you gonna do now?
Okay.
There's. There's not.
Well, this looks familiar.
You'll have to do something. The dragon isn't interested in any of your possession. The pebbles are too blunt to deliver a fatal blow to the dragon. Maybe a different approach would be better.
Oh!
With
Oh!
unerring aim, the dagger spins through the air and pierces the soft, unprotected skin under the dragon's throat. The beast convulses for a moment, then crashes, lifeless, to the hard cavern floor.
I hope I feel good about myself.
You take the magic mirror. Congratulations!
Right, can I like skin it?
As you gaze into the magic mirror, you see a reflection of yourself as king of this land of Daventry. The dragon is dead. He has ceased to be. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. Best to get on with your adventure and forget this sad creature.
Sure, I could just slay a dragon just like that, but far be it from me to try and hit a wolf with a slingshot.
There's not.
Is there any way of going to the right?
You leap out of the.
Okay, what's left? The shield. Who would have a shield? Oh, I know where it is. I just don't know how to get the mushroom to get there. There's the...
There is a small. This is a wild and perilous race. That suddenly you hear the
Okay, where is this rock? There's a... This one.
you would need to be much smaller to fit through that hole.
Okay.
The hole appears to go deep down through the rock into the ground below. You can barely make out a faint greenish glow somewhere far inside.
Wait. There's no way this is right. I should say first. Bless me. Bless. Excuse me. I had a friend who used to say bless me. Drove me crazy. Great. That's what I wanted to do.
Next time, keep your feet on the ground. Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds. Next time, keep your feet.
This should like land me on the gingerbread house. Nope. Apparently, the clouds
Next
are all one
time,
area.
keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds.
It was a long shot.
Diving into the raging current would result in certain death.
That's why I was going for the rock here.
You can't.
I'm trying to. Yes, yes.
The raging current pulls you. Diving into the raging. There is a mushroom in the meadow on the other side of the raging river.
I need some adventuring rope. Swing across, you know? There's no way I can just go up, right?
The raging current pulls you.
Okay.
A rough-hewn plank bridge spans the deep rushing river here. This cluster of rocks by the river's edge controls the flow of the river.
Oh,
The rocks will not move.
they really should.
This is not a good place to throw rocks.
Well, okay. Here's the reasoning. This thing is always full of gold coins. It never runs out. Which means...
Nothing happens.
So why would I need rocks when I can just shoot coins?
You have 5 smooth, rounded pebbles. This is the magic mirror, one of the 3 treasures of Daventry.
Okay.
This cluster of rocks by the river's edge controls the flow of the river. The rock. You cannot get the tree. There is nothing. There's not much to do there.
Let's make a great raft. This is the castle, right? Yeah, of course it is. I give you this cheese.
Nothing happens. The guards are well. This is not a good place to use the slingshot. If you inherit the throne, you may do whatever you please with the urns. Until then, leave them alone. The guards do not appreciate people climbing the castle. What? Are you crazy? Don't disturb the...
I don't remember if there's ever been anything in here.
You are in a gloomy forest clearing. There is a There are numerous small rocks and boulders in this part of the forest. Even in this There are numerous... The trees here. There is a small... The sneaky little dwarf...
Oh, what did you get? You did get something. I don't remember what. It had to be in the first row because this used to be down here. I think you got two things actually.
There's not... The clear mountain lake is surrounded by steep cliffs. The water is very deep here. Without aid, it's impossible to swim under the water for any length of time.
Can't tell if that's good game design or bad game design. Because it could be implying there's some sort of aid I can get. Or it could just say, you never can do this.
Don't move the rocks. They're perfectly fine where they are. Don't ruin the lovely bushes. Diving into the raging current.
Okay. Well, it's been an hour. I'm going to cheat and look online. Back in a second.